Okay, you excited?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go.
Okay. Hey everybody, welcome to the Stitch Sessions. I'm super excited. I have our very first guest here. It is my super friend. I guess you could call him one of my super friends, Tasos, and he is back from 6 glorious weeks in Greece. So I'm super excited to catch up with him, and I'm going to show him a couple of crochet stitches, which he said he was open to learning. And we're going to catch up and see what's been going on.
Holy jumping Johannesburg.
This is why I love this whole project. Okay.
Okay.
So ready?
Twist.
So turn in.
So this way.
Yeah, sure.
This way.
Okay, now just turn a little bit.
Turn.
Oh, sorry. Okay, sorry. Start again. Cut.
No, wait, hang on.
Close, but see how it's tight?
Oh, this such donkey fuckers. Okay.
Okay. Okay, so you've got your loop on your hook.
Alright.
Okay, so have your feet. That's it. Good.
Yeah.
Through you. Turn. Yarn over. No, bring your
Yeah, I did it. Got it.
Yeah, but you're going this way. It won't work. You have to go under from the front.
From this way?
No, have your this way. So you have it like this. Bring the yarn from behind to the front. Yes. But now you're going to have to hold the bottom there to pull it through.
Holy jumping Johannesburg.
That's it. You're almost there.
Holy fuck.
You can do it. You can do it. Awesome.
Jumping
okay.
genius.
Pull it.
Okay.
Okay, show everybody your slip knot. Woo, he's got it.
Holy shit. Fucking, that's making me sweat. Okay.
Isn't this fun?
Oh, great. Love it. All right.
So
next.
now let's, you're going to yarn over.
Yarn
right?
over.
And now you're going to hook and pull it through again. That's it. That's a chain. So see how I keep mine a little bit loose so I can keep going, right? You don't want it to be too tight. And then I just do a bunch of these. So you're going to yarn over.
Yarn over.
And pull.
Cool.
See? Yarn over and pull. So I want you to do 100 of these.
2. Third.
Yay! Go Toski!
Holy jumping Johannesburg. This reminds me of stuff when we used to do when we were kids.
Did you ever do this as a kid?
I don't know. I remember doing something when we used to make bracelets. Remember the bracelet?
The jelly bracelets, yes!
I remember my sister and everyone was doing these things.
Yeah.
And I remember at one point wanting to, I just want to learn everything.
Well, actually, I learned how to crochet from my grade 5 teacher. She had this crochet club at lunchtime. And me and my boyfriend, Mr. Joey, he did the crochet class with me. It was the cutest thing in the world. And that's actually how I learned. Even though my grandmother crocheted, my mom did a bit. But really, I started with Mrs. Mladen. Shout out to her, grade 5. And yeah. But I just find it so, it's really meditating. It's super
meditating? This is frustrating. What's meditating about this, people?
Well, in the beginning, you have to get used to it, but it does. Once you get into the groove of doing it, and then you start making really cool things like this scarf. Oh, look at you. You have to undo it again, eh?
No.
The struggle is real. People.
No, here it is. This is what I remember. We learned this as a kid doing it like this.
Oh, yeah, that's the jelly bracelet.
Is that what it is?
Yes. Actually, now that you think about it, it's finger crochet.
It's finger crochet. There you go.
Yeah, because they do.
I'm like, why does this look familiar?
They do finger knitting as well.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Okay, you're right.
This is what I remember.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Yeah, this is awesome.
Oh, good times.
Oh my god. Okay.
So Greece was amazing.
Yeah, it was great. Like, I hadn't gone in a summer in a long time. I would go in the winter for a couple of weeks.
Actually, that's true.
You know,
was it hot as balls?
Hotter than fucking hell.
How hot was it?
It was 10,000 degrees. So hot this year. I fucking loved it. I got to see my friends. You know, because I've gone so often, like for the past 20 years I've been going every year, I've made a huge group of friends. So I have friends for like over 15 years now.
I love that. I mean, your pictures looked
amazing. And it was so nice to see them. I hadn't gone for like, my one friend in Greece, she told me, Tasos, you haven't been here in 3 years. I'm like, what? And she goes, yeah.
It's amazing how quickly.
And I was just like, I thought maybe it was like a year. She goes, it's been 3. And in 20 years, I haven't not been for that extended. You know what I mean? In that long. So
Did you give up on the hook or what's the deal?
Yeah, this is great. We'll do the second fucking part the next time. You know?
Oh god, I love you.
So and it was awesome. We got to chat, I got to reconnect. I have a great group of friends in Greece.
That's great.
And you know, we had some good conversation. You know, a lot of my friends in Greece, they're tour guides. They're like archaeology majors and stuff, and then they ended up doing like tour guiding course, and they're busy, they're well.
That's great.
You know,
it's like that movie. What's that movie with Nia Rodolphos with the tour guide?
The tour guide.
Was it
My Life in Ruins.
My Life in Ruins.
Yeah.
It was kind of a cheesy movie, but
it was a big ball of cheese, but it was awesome. I loved
that
it.
Guy that played the tour.
Youngulas.
He's such a babe. He's actually on a show called The Durrells. I think I told you about it. It takes place in Corfu. And it takes place in the early 20th century. And it's based on the memoirs of a real guy. It's a Brit who moved there with his family at the earlier part of the 20th century.
Really?
And that guy plays... oh my God, I don't remember his name. Anyway, he's a babe. And I love that show. So ever since I started watching, I'm like, I need to go to Corfu. You know how everything gets romanticized.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, have you ever been to Corfu?
No. It's my parents are from the south, and I
And where is Corfu in relation?
It's on the Ionian side.
Okay.
It's between the border. It's an island between the border of Greece and Albania.
Oh wow.
It's really north.
But do you know anything about it? It just sounds so
I know
beautiful.
a lot of people go. But let me ask you just something about that. Is this show with this actor, this Greek guy? Mm-hmm. Is it filmed here?
No, I think it actually is filmed in Corfu.
No, but is it a Greek show? Like with,
no.
Or is it an American like?
I think it's like a PBS show. It's Brits. It's all Brits. And
okay.
Yeah, I mean the Brits just did so well.
Cool.
Yeah, it's such a great show.
No, I was just curious.
Yeah, no, I just think he's a babe. He's great.
Cool. No,
I wish I could remember his character.
His name was Poopy.
In the movie, you can call me Poopy. I'm like,
Poopy. Yeah, no, it was awesome. I remember.
So
My Life in Ruins.
What's your favorite part? Okay, obviously you have your family, your friends. If you didn't know any of those people, like what would you say about Greece and where you were that would call someone like me who's never been? What would touch me if I went to Greece?
The people.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just the spark of life. You know, I know it's financially Europe, not only Greece, but all of Europe is suffering. Mm. And the thing I think that's their saving grace right now, and they're doing well. It's not, they're starting. Well, I mean, I know they're struggling. A lot of people left Greece, but the thing that's the saving grace in Greece is that their togetherness and the climate helps huge.
That's
too.
True. It doesn't ever snow really there, does it? Does it get cool?
No, it gets cold. It snows in northern Greece. It snows in certain areas, but it doesn't. They don't have the bitter cold, I guess, that we have here in Canada, right? Yeah. That it's cold. I mean, we're Toronto climate. The climate's really nice. So,
Yeah. So, what was the highlight of your time away? Did you have any life revelations?
Oh yeah, I did. I had life revelations. I had, it's nice to connect with your where your roots are.
Absolutely.
And I really enjoyed it.
Isn't it nice to be out of your regular environment?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it's so easy to get caught up in the grind of the everyday.
And you know what the
here.
thing is? This is the highlight.
Yeah.
My bestest friend.
That looks good. You
Yeah,
did better work without that.
Fucking, I can't do these fucking things.
You can.
Bananas. You're so right.
Anyway, go on.
My childhood bestest friend, and you're a bestest friend too. He always would say to me, he goes, you do so much. Like I sing, I dance, I act, I do all these shows together, I help out. And he goes, you need to take a break.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm nowhere where I need to take a break. He goes, athletes, people, everyone does it. I said, yeah, but they go back to fucking contracts. He said, I got no contract. I said, I can't even take.
But you have the contract to yourself.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't have this
here.
huge contract to go back to. I had to keep working, until I got the contract. And when I figured I got the contract, then I could take a 2-month break. And he said to me...
But that's actually when the work really begins.
And you know what? He said to me, he goes, you need a break. So about a couple of weeks in, I called him back. I called him and I go, Anthony, what? I go, you're right. He goes, oh, sorry? Can you say that again? I said, fuck you, I'm not saying it the third time. I said, but you're right. And
were you still here or were you in Greece?
No, I was in Greece. It was like a couple of weeks in. I relaxed. I was just like, putting shows together. I directed, I produced, I put everything together. I did like 3-person job, like getting my sponsors, finding the thing, and working full time, and doing the business, and being an interpreter and translator for my parents and helping them because we sold the business and do all these crazy things. I was like, ah!
You needed a break.
And I needed a mental break before I went mental.
Yeah.
And I took the break.
So when you first arrived in Greece, like, did you just still have stuff going through your head? Is that what it was until you finally said?
No, I just relaxed. You know what? I took the time. I didn't think of anything. I didn't do any work. And you know what? He was right. He was so right.
So how did you let go? Because of course,
I just did.
In your mind, you're still in the back of your head, you're still thinking about all these creative.
Yeah.
How did you?
I just did. I just let it. I just fuck it. I'm here. I can't. I'm not at home to do my work. So just shut up and enjoy it. And you know what? I've been back a week now. I'm not going to do anything until the beginning of October.
Good for you. Well, I don't know if I told you, but my brother's been on like a wonderful 6 weeks turning into 2 months. Self-imposed hiatus. He went.
That's what I'm doing.
You know what I mean? Like he went on the cruise with us. He went to Cuba. Now he's in the States visiting my aunt. Hi, Tia Rita and Uncle Gus. And then he's going to Chicago with a bunch of friends. He's celebrating his birthday. He's turning 40. And he's like, you know what? I just realized that I need to start enjoying the now. And it's funny.
Yeah.
I listened to this great podcast about this
true.
guy who talked a lot about, how to book the gigs, right? And because he's an actor, and he said, in the beginning, it was just like I'd go on auditions, and then I'd sit and wait. And he said, a mentor of mine said, but there's a lot you can do instead of just sitting and waiting. He goes, you can sing. There's coffee shops that are looking for guys who can sing. So do that, like keep doing something in the meantime, and the stuff will just start coming to you. Now, I'm not saying, before anybody jumps on me, that you sit under a tree, sing Kumbaya, and it's all going to come to you. Because people misinterpret that.
Yeah.
They think, oh, I just believe. It's yes, you got to believe, but you've also got to get off your ass.
Yeah,
and do
believe,
shit.
But get up. You're not gonna fucking fall in their fucking
That's
lap.
right.
Everybody's like, I believe. Yeah, I
That's
believe.
right.
Don't, everyone's a big ball of cheese. I'm cheese too.
Yeah.
But you know what?
But just keep doing stuff.
Do it.
Like
and
even little things that you think are nothing are still like moving you towards the stuff that you like to do, right? And then it just makes you feel like
you're functioning.
Yes, and you're progressing in something. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I totally get it. I get it. So now you're back, and so do you feel like you have like a renewed, like you feel refreshed?
I feel refreshed, renewed, and I'm going to take this next month. I went back to work. I'm going to continue working. I got to work,
well,
right?
Obviously,
but I'm just not. Can't live without it. But I'm just gonna take a break. I'm not gonna do anything with my channel and my stuff. I'm not gonna do another show this year.
You know what? You did 2 in a row. I mean, that's a lot of work, and you had so much drive. I mean, I admire you for that.
Thank you.
You said, you had to promote, you had to get the sponsorship, you had to put the show on, you had to put it together, rent the space, raise the money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of stuff. Like, people think, oh, you know, how can you make a living off of like acting or teaching dance? Or
you can,
but you still got to put the work in. People think, oh, you're just sitting around singing and dancing. It's like, yeah, but you know what goes into the background of this stuff?
Yeah, like you just gotta get up and do it. Do it. Like, it's struggle.
Get
it's
off
this
your
and that,
ass and do it.
You know.
Yeah.
That's it. I just had to fucking do it. That's it. Plain and simple. Do.
So now you're just gonna, you know, refresh, let your brain kind of settle in, and just take it easy. And the weather's changing, so.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get an Indian summer, and I'll go to the end of fucking November. I hate the cold.
I know. Last year's winter was we went.
It was cold till like May.
Well, we had that ice storm in April, remember?
Yeah.
And then so we had the ice storm in April, mid-April, and then all of a sudden May, it was like boom, balls to the wall. It was like 40 degrees.
Yeah, look at this. That's cool, eh?
That is really cool. So see, with this, you could actually start a scarf. Like if you wanted to do something like this, you would chain. You could do it either this way, or you could do it lengthwise. So some people will do it this way. You could chain the length of your scarf, the length that you want, and then I would show you how to build. See, this is called the rosebud stitch. And then you could learn to make your own scarf.
So then how do we move?
I'm glad you asked that question. So you want to learn how to, so you're going to have to use your needle, my darling. You're going to have to learn how to do, we'll start you with the single crochet. I can tell how excited you are.
For fuck's sake.
Okay, so you got to get our hooks, insert back in, and see how these are creating little V's here? Okay, so you never work into this first one here. Okay, so you never count this one. You work into this one. So what you do is you put your hook in, you yarn over, pull it through. So now you have two. You yarn over and pull through two. And then you do it again. Oops, I'll do a couple so you can see. See, and it starts to build up.
Cool. We'll do that later.
Ah, Tusky and your patience. I adore it.
Oh, I do too much already.
You gotta try one. Come on,
later.
Try one. Tusky.
No, I like this. This is cool.
Okay, so you're gonna make a long chain so we can do your scarf. You can do an Afghan. You can do. Did you get a new tattoo on this arm? Did I see that? That looks really fresh. So yeah, so you and your besties, you don't have tattoos of each other's initials.
No. I tattoo people's names all over me. I love it.
Sure. Aw, that's sweet. I've always felt that you were my sweet super friend.
Yeah.
Tusky!
Good.
No, honest to God, I always tell people that Tasos is the most loyal friend you'll ever have. I know you're like getting all shy, but no, this is the honest to God truth. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm getting older and I'm just like, I don't give a shit. I'm just out there with my feelings. Tasos is the most supportive, truest friend you will ever meet. He's super loyal. No, absolutely. Like, you have been there for me mentally, emotionally, financially. He's been there for me one time when I was really stuck. And he just does it. You just do it and you're like, whatever, you know? Yeah. It's not like you do it like looking for something in return. You're just, I don't know, you're just a good egg, man. You're a good egg. Oh, stop it. And I mean, what other guy friend is going to sit here and friggin' let me teach him how to crochet?
I'm just doing this. The other's too frustrating.
Oh, you could do it. So, I mean, Tasos sings, he dances, he's put on his own shows at the Hamilton.
I play the piano. I wrote a book.
Oh, man.
Television photography. And I'm knitting.
Crochet,
whatever.
And actually, your last show involved puppets.
Oh, my ventriloquism.
And actually, you should have brought them because the characters are based on his parents, and we'll put a link to his site below. The thing is, I keep meaning to tell you, the puppet of your dad looks just like your dad.
I know, everyone said they did. This woman did a great job.
Wow. Where did you get them done? Where did you get them made?
I can't remember the company.
Is it here in Canada?
Yeah. There's
wow.
soap set.
I love it.
Stuff with Barry.
That's awesome. So what gave you the inspiration though to do your parents? Like you could have made up any characters.
As an artist, you always want to keep reinventing yourself, and you have to make yourself as multifaceted as you can.
Yeah.
Right?
But what made you choose your parents as the character? As opposed to
Why not?
I know, it's pretty funny.
I'm like, perfect! We make fun of them!
I mean, I have immigrant parents too.
And I'm like, I'm making puppets out of them.
Much to their chagrin, sometimes I poke a little fun. Love you, Mom and Dad, but you are hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah, there is something to being an immigrant's kid. Because we're basically the first generation here. So just... we're kind of that transition between us and the next generation of immigrants to Canada. But the puppet of your dad is bang on. Like he looks just like him. Yeah, it's hilarious.
They did a great job. I'm not gonna
lie. So you're still dancing up a storm. You're involved in is it called Dancing with the Stars charity?
The Easter Seals Dancing with the Stars.
Okay.
I'm doing one, and then McMaster University is doing another one, so I'm doing 2 of them.
So these are basically charity events, and you are the professional, and you get together with a local celebrity, right?
Yeah.
And so you teach them a routine, and then on the night of the charity, they perform.
Yes.
Very cool. So who do you...
I don't remember.
Oh, you just met them.
I just met them the other day.
and so is
what a star! It'll suck.
But is it set up like the Dancing with the Stars? Like, do you have your initial meeting and is any of that video?
Yeah. They video it.
So they do a package at the beginning on the night of, right?
Yeah,
That's really, really cool.
It is
so,
fun.
Have you chosen what dance you're going to do yet?
I have no idea.
But it's at least one of the 3 that I sent you, right? Like it's either a waltz, a rumba, or
I can't remember what you sent me, but thank you.
It's nice to know I make an impact.
You do.
No, that's so fun. I mean, you see, there's so many really neat, creative ways to make a living in life. So often we get caught in the grind, in that 9 to 5, and there's nothing wrong with the 9 to 5, but I know you are, and I am definitely built differently.
Yeah.
That 9 to 5 just doesn't, I'm constantly coming up with kooky ideas. Even this, let's do the stitch sessions and hang out and shoot the shit and, you know what I mean? And it's just, I don't know, it's just what keeps me going. And I know for you, you just gotta...
We're artists, and we need to be stimulated and just keep creative, right?
That's
it. And it's time to push the art forward and make a living out of it, because there's no reason why we need to keep starving as artists. There's lots of artists that make a living.
That's right, especially in today's day and age.
Yeah, so that's it.
As long as you're not a burden to anyone else and you can still eat and pay your rent.
I'm well fed. I'm not starving.
Oh, speaking of which, let's go grab a bite to eat or something.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan, eh?
Absolutely.
Thanks, buddy, for putting up with the fight.
This is fun. We'll do it again.
We're going to do a scarf. Thanks, babe. Thanks for coming out. Mwah. Love you.
We'll see you soon.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, bye. Until next time. I don't know who my next guest is going to be, but they're out there somewhere. Catch you guys later. And I will have my next tutorial up shortly on the penguin square, so check that out. Bye.